哎，准备啊！却没有好好珍惜而失去你。后来的我们没有走到一起，哪怕我多年以后还爱着你。我以为时间可以把你忘记，可是我始终听不懂记。最初的我们没有走到一起，尽管到现在你为家我委屈，只可惜爱情才会不去，再爱一次。后来的我们没有你，把我变以后还爱着你，以为时间可以把你忘记，是我始终听不懂自己。最初的我们没有走到一起，尽管到现在你为家我委屈，只可惜爱情才回不到去，再爱你一次。
We gonna make some deals? You're looking very sharp, boss. I'm ready to go on this end.
Berapa ya?
You're looking good. Really. What's cooking? Let me know. You thought about giving me some shares, boss? Just give me the word and I'll make it happen.
What did Queen Victoria, Charles Darwin, and Albert Einstein have in common? They all married their first cousins. I think Darwin of all people knew better. After all, mating with a close relative passes on bad genes that leads to deadly genetic mutations, right? Today, marrying your first cousin is illegal in 24 US states, but for most of Western history, people had to marry whoever lived nearby, which oftentimes meant marrying within the extended family. In fact, between 1650 and 1850, the average married couple was fourth cousins, so they have the same great-great-great-grandparents. Genetically speaking, that means they shared 0.2% of their DNA. Not much when you compare it to third, second, and especially first cousins. And the more DNA you share, the greater chance your offspring has a genetic disease, like cystic fibrosis or
I'm
sickle cell
here for you.
anemia.
啊
But here
那个 spectacle 你要 claim 的，你那个放在那个
Oh, the receipt inside my wallet there.
inside your wallet ah.
Yeah.
Remember that I put some coin for you
Okay.
So in the camp you need the camp vending machine I think about $3. So got 20 cents.
I thought okay, that's
Northland, practice roughly now, then you go down in the especially your whole thing, your bathing, facial, rusty, and soap for washing. That's all. It's like a basic clothing thing.
Towel they will provide. Towel.
Towel they provide. Green color one.
you don't have to be sick in order to give your child a genetic disease. Take cystic fibrosis. It's caused by a defect in the CFTR gene. But you need 2 copies of the defective gene to actually get the disease. So, if you only have 1 defective copy, you are unaffected. Instead, you are what's called a carrier. Now, if one carrier mates with a non-carrier, there's no risk of the kids getting sick. But when both parents carry a defective copy of CFTR, then the kids have a 25% chance of inheriting 2 copies of the gene and having the disease. So to see how dangerous it is to marry your first cousin, we need to calculate the chances that 2 first cousins both carry a copy of the same genetic disease. Since they share a set of grandparents, we'll start there. Now it becomes a game of what ifs. What if both grandparents are carriers versus just one? What if one of their children is a carrier versus none at all? And what if those children marry other carriers or not? It can get very complicated very quickly. But scientists have crunched the numbers and it turns out the risk that the cousins of a kid who inherits a genetic disease is 4 to 7%. For the general population, it's 3 to 4%. So, not a big deal, right? Here's the count. That's the odds for 1 genetic disease. But there are thousands that could be hiding in your family tree. Plus, if your kids also marry their first cousins, and their kids marry their first cousins, it's a recipe for disaster. Because instead of introducing new, potentially helpful genes into the family gene pool, you're recycling the old and possibly dangerous. Take Emperor Ferdinand I of Austria. His parents were first cousins twice over. And when he was born, he wasn't especially healthy. So as far as marrying your cousin is concerned, you shouldn't make it a family tradition. What interesting things have you... What did...
PSI examination kits causing deadly cancers to easy bake ovens causing third-degree burns. We count 10 of the most dangerous kids'
the
toys
general.
ever. Number 10, snap bracelets. This popular bracelet fad made its rounds in schools beginning in the 1990s. Snap bracelets are spring-loaded metal bands in colourful cloth. They could be straightened out and then slapped against the wrist where it would curl around the bracelet. As they became more popular,
I'll do
cheaply made
anything as
versions
long as
of the toy
it's
became
legal.
more common and
Ish.
caused more problems. When the metal band inevitably wore through it would easily slice into children's wrists. The knockoff versions were eventually investigated. Cool. Number 9. Sky dancers. When the fairies were attached to a handheld base and a ripcord was pulled, the figures would shoot into the air and twirl back to the ground. After 6 years on the market, the product was recalled when the makers received 170 reports of dolls striking children and adults, resulting in 150 injuries. The injuries ranged from scratched corneas, temporary blindness, broken teeth, mild concussions, broken ribs, and facial laceration requiring stitches. Number 8.
Monster Science Colossal Water Balls. These tiny capsules, when dunked in water, would magically transform into dinosaurs. While children had a blast watching the transformation and playing with the dinosaurs later, it was not such a fun time for the children who decided to put these marble-sized balls in their mouth. Since the toy was capable of also extending inside the body, and near impossible to see in the X-ray and required surgery to remove, the toy was soon removed from store shelves. Number 7. Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kids Dolls. Any doll made for children must be hung. That ended up not being the case with this hungry doll. The Snack Time doll came equipped with a motorized mouth. The doll could eat plastic foods fed to it. It was all fun and games until a girl was scalped as the doll decided it would rather than its plastic food. Because the toy had no on-off switch, the doll would just continue trying to eat anything in the mouth, an obvious hazard. Number 6. Battlestar Galactica Colonial Viper. Based on a TV show from the 1970s, this small model spacecraft came equipped with a firing missile spring from the ship. This toy also became the reason any toy on the market smaller than a baseball. After a 4-year-old shot the toy missile into his mouth, Viper was recorded and choking hazard in great package.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Aaron.
Oh, I just wake up, Bodo.
You also sleep what? Lol.
Yeah, you lah. You spread the virus to me, Bodo.
I still have virus. But legit damn tired lah.
God.
Oh, fan ah. Hello.
Nelson. Okay. Let's start GT.
I start already.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for you guys only. Anytime. Whenever you're ready.
And this Aaron is playing his next shot.
What the? I thought I asked him to skin already.
Aaron Aaron,
Yeah.
play GTA lah. Go play my shot for what?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
See meh?
Oh,
Ah.
how can I help you?
See.
Quite a collection you've got here. Your personal vehicle is being brought up now.
You all can invite already.
Yeah. Just starting up. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Hey, who is that? Allah Akbar. I think one fine day everyone will just drive me nuts. I can tell you for sure.
Friday.
I think that you went nuts already. I think.
Yeah.
Lol.
啊，不要这么讲嘛，叔叔。
Fucking gay.
我老诶，你都好像上来我。
叔叔，为什么你要这样讲？哦，sorry，我讲错了，不是叔叔，是 daddy。I can feel you stress before you enter in it. Is it a living car to you now, Chewy?
See me.
Sorry, repeat again.
Ah, never mind.
Thought
Wait,
it was
I'm just kidding with you only,
It works good. Okay, the recording works, so that's good. Good news.
The final high is your dick already.
Haven't yet
No
lah. We are waiting for you what.
Yeah, you want to throw right?
Okay, after my game that I log on.
In lah. After your game. Walao eh, what time already? After your game.
你会如何回忆？
让我们拼搏。
接来。
Ha. Lol.
Hey, Chewy, you sing again? I never heard the song.
I forget the song already. 后来，我总是学会了如何去爱。I think that's it lah. After the point, I stop contact with another fucking cancel 了。好了，我到60岁了，不要害到我。
Hey, send me the song actually. The song very nice eh.
What song?
Hey, that song that you sing one.
I sing I send to you siao
No, the one that you send me the original song lah. Who want you sing? 你让我听你唱歌，我 cancel 不都又 cancel。
Yeah, I listening to your logic and bullshit. I also get cancelled, bro.
叔叔不要这么讲嘛。
This gay.
Gay. Oh no. Why am I still friends with you?
Okay lah, don't friend already lah. Ask my sister block you later. I also block you already.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Walao siao eh.
等一下你 block 那个俊伟啊，在 Instagram 跟 Facebook。哦。Okay.
Win your law like that.